Welcome back to our YouTube series of Presenting the Docs. Today we have Dr. Sharma joining us. He's a recent Life Plus grad and has been one of the students who was influential to the three of us while we're in school. So without further ado, we're going to ask him a few questions today. So first, thank you for joining me today. I know this is kind of crazy, but
no, of course.
Let's get right into it. First of all, if you want to tell everyone where you went to school, when you graduated, and all that.
Yeah. So, hey, everyone, I'm Dr. Sharma. I graduated from Life West in May of 2022, so just about like 7 months ago.
Yeah. And then what did you do after you graduated?
Yeah, so right after graduation, I took the time it takes to get licensed in the state of California. And right after I got licensed, I started working at the specific chiropractic centers in Dublin. So just about 15 minutes away from campus, and I stayed in the Bay Area.
Yeah. So you're working as an associate. Do you want to talk a little bit about why you chose to do that instead of?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I really struggled with the idea of whether or not I wanted to be an associate right after I graduated, or if I wanted to go straight into opening my own practice. I have some experience with running small businesses in the past, and that's something that I really hold strongly for myself. But I took some time, and I was really invested in the Art of the Specific mentorship group, which is the knee chest training group that is a part of the Specific, and spending some time with the docs who were my mentors, especially Dr. Jason Gonzalez and Dr. Grant Dennis and Dr. Lacey Book and Dr. Sean Dill. All of them were highly recommending that people become associates prior to opening their practice, because there's so many things that can go, can be really difficult if you don't have that experience first. And I got offered the opportunity to stick around in the Bay Area and work in the office that is owned by Dr. Lacey Book. And, it was kind of the perfect opportunity for me. Dr. Lacey is such an inspiration to me. And so it was kind of a no-brainer, but it was something that landed in my lap, and I'm really glad that I took that opportunity instead of just going straight into practice, because running practice is pretty hard now that I learned that just from being in practice for a couple of months.
Yeah. Okay. And then why did you choose to do knee, chest, upper cervical specific? Can you talk a little about when you started to do it and then why?
Yeah. So I was training full spine for a long time in chiropractic college. It was up until my 10th quarter that, I was really investing in, the full spine palpation, the full spine adjustment. And when I was in clinic early on in the program, I was spending a lot of time with, trying to figure out how I wanted to incorporate all the things that are really important to me, right? So for me, I think the why is the most crucial component of chiropractic, obviously. And for me, what I believe is the why for chiropractic, it's to facilitate the removal of vertebral subluxation, right? And when it comes to the how, like how I want to actually remove the subluxation, it has to be in alignment with that why, right? I have to have a very deep understanding of what does it mean for someone to have subluxation? What does it mean for someone to not be subluxated? And then how can we facilitate that removal, right? And so once I was introduced to computerized infrared thermography with the Titron, it was kind of an accelerated track just to becoming an upper cervical doc in the first place. Having a measurement of subluxation and then being able to measure when you're not subluxated was a game changer for me. And so just exploring that objective measure as an office tool showed me that if my intention really is to facilitate the removal of subluxation, I need to have something that can show me that, and that I can feel confident that every time I'm delivering an adjustment, that it is doing what I want it to do. And so it was kind of inevitable to make that jump over to upper cervical after my 11th quarter in clinic.
Yeah, totally relatable. My follow-up question: what is your chiropractic why? What made you get into chiropractic to begin with?
Yeah, so I think your chiropractic why continues to evolve when you start school and when you're in clinic, and then after you graduate. Now my why is shifting even more. For me, when I started school, my why was just an understanding that my worldview was different from my worldview became different from what I thought it was when I was growing up, and I was struggling with anxiety and depression, taking medication, struggling with some chronic illnesses. And, I was introduced to chiropractic as an alternative to that. So my why was in the beginning was to bring that as a resource to my community, right? Now I say that my why is that I believe that everyone deserves to live a joyful life. And I think that joy comes from within. And so I think that when you're disconnected with your body and you're disconnected with your central nervous system, you gravitate towards a life that's not in alignment with your purpose and your intentions, right? And so for me, I want to be a resource for people in my community to get checked for vertebral subluxation, remove that interference, and then help them, live in that community where more people are living in their purpose. And when we do that, everyone wins, and your community is happy and healthy. And I'm really holding on pretty strongly to that as my chiropractic why right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. And then my final question, a little bit more of a fun question. I know that what you like to do in your free time is get coffee and hang out with friends.
Absolutely.
So if you want to share with the students what maybe your top three to five coffee shops are to get coffee in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I would love to. Okay. So first of all, the closest one to campus that I would recommend to someone is the Devout Coffee at the Lake Chabot Public Market. So they have a coffee truck that's open there. It's outdoors, so make sure that the weather's nice if you're going to go. I would recommend going to the Crown in Oakland, which is, I think, the best coffee in the East Bay. If you're in the area that I work in, I would go to downtown Pleasanton and go to Inklings. And then lastly, if you were looking for the best coffee in the Bay, I would say that it's at the Coffee Movement in the city, and they just opened a second location, so check it out.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Aanand.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you taking the time to come hang out with us tonight.
Anytime.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like it, subscribe to our channel, and then also Dr. Aanand Sharma will be at Club on Thursday. So if you can get ready and look for that, and our QR code will be posted for that soon. But that is all for today.